Alright, it's that time again, isn't it? Where I give you a little brief update from behind enemy lines, so to speak. And today has been a bit extraordinary in the sense that I have argued a case before the district court here in Aalborg, and the case was regarding a traffic violation that I unbeknownst committed in September of 2020, so 2 years and 6 months ago, and the case has only just become before the court. And what is special regarding this traffic violation is that I argued that I should not be punished for my violation, which I confessed to running a red light, but I said I claim mitigating circumstances should lead to the punishment being to be null and void, or whatever you call it in English. So I argued, because of the situation with the government socially and politically persecuting me in public, running propaganda campaigns against me all the time, how they're constantly coercing other members of the public to plot against me in all kinds of ways, that this was a direct cause to the situation occurring there in September 2020. Obviously the court really didn't want to hear my arguments in these regards and tried to stop me from doing so, but because I know what I'm allowed to do and how I'm allowed to present my own case and whatnot, then I obviously continued, and the court were made to hear my arguments and hear what I had to say. And it was quite easy to be heard, or to be seen rather, that they were quite shocked in how I presented the case, how prepared I was, how eloquent, or how maybe not eloquent, but I presented the case in a professional manner, and they clearly wasn't expecting that. Obviously the court didn't take my first claim that I should go without punishment for running a red light, but because I also had a subsidiary claim that the fine that I was imposed for running a red light should be thrown out because of the time that had passed before the case became before the court, which is a violation of my human rights in regard to Article 6, within reasonable time that was violated. So it is common practice that the fee for a fine of 5,000 krona or less be thrown out, and that the expenses and the court fees is to be paid by the state. And this was my second claim. If they didn't follow my first claim, it will be my second claim, and the court abided by my second claim. Not that the prosecution didn't object to this claim either, but they obviously didn't want me to have all the fees and whatnot paid by the court. So in the sense that I got a win on some of on my second claim, and I got to argue in court, so it's on the record that I'm claiming these things that are being done to me, which I always talk about in my videos. I made these arguments to the court as well, so to some extent this is going to be within the court record. I don't have any illusion that the court is going to verbatim note what I said under this court meeting in any way, shape or form, but they're probably going to whitewash it and probably going to make me sound crazy. But then I have other kind of documentation of what actually transpired, and then I can make a video about that, and I can potentially show how the court is not only willing to take into consideration what everybody knows already without providing hard evidence as in documentation, but just because they know so, because everybody knows what is happening. And then I can show how the court is whitewashing something on behalf of the state and the intelligence agencies, and that in itself, as well as not having to pay this fine and the court fees, is a win in itself. So it has definitely been worth speaking up and making my case to the court, regardless of the fact that they didn't take my principal claim and I got punished for running a red light, which I really shouldn't have because of the circumstances of that given situation. So that's kind of what has happened this morning, which is something to talk about.